Hey guys, layout update. So if y'all haven't seen me in the live stream, you will probably have seen me in the morning working in the closet on this track because this engine here, like its other engine, like the other engine, have a defective truck. Now, a few weeks ago in the live podcast with Dennis and Claude, now he was talking about the truck being defective and the car wouldn't stay on track on certain areas. Well, this is a prime example of a defective truck not being able to go on a curve. Let me see if I can get this going. This is a yellow box, Athearn Genesis in the yellow box. These are two SD70 Max, 75 I's that I got the other day. Let me just, let's see if this works. Because like I said, it took some time to get this thing to work. I got it on 10. And like I said, it took forever to get this engine to run on. Oh, I got the line to switch. I know it ain't going to go in there because that's a tight curve. So, been working on this for 2 days and was able to finally get this thing to run the way I want it to. Oh, shoot, I didn't have it on the track all the way. There we go. So it's got to do a startup again. But anyway, it took forever to get this baby to run on this inside track. This is a 26 radius. Guys, a 26 radius. I shouldn't have any problems trying to run this thing on the on this track, on this radius. But lo and behold, it took some time to get this thing to run perfect. Now, as you can see, I got paper under here because it wasn't level enough. So I had to level the track completely in order for this thing to work. Guys, when I say it took forever, I had to rebuild this whole inside main. I even took out the oil depot and moved it. Let's turn it around. Sorry guys, my apologies. So we're gonna turn it around and let it come back this way. And like I said guys, forever to get this to run just right. And I always say it's not your engine or rail cars, it's your track work. Guys, this thing tests all my patience for the past 2 days. And I finally got it to run because I wasn't going to give up on getting this thing to run on this track. And so far, if this damn thing go off track, I'm going to be pissed. So it's staying on track. Another thing that I did is I cut the limits off of it. They had those radius limits. I cut the damn things off. And the reason why is because that was another thing that was making it not want to make these 26 turns, is that limit, radius limit. And the radius limit should let me do at least a 24 or 23. I wouldn't say a 22, but it should have let me do a 22. But to be honest, it won't let me do a 22 or a 23. It barely makes a 24. So I went up out of the 24 and went to a 26. So this test, like I said, it tests all my patience to get this damn thing to run. And this is the Athearn yellow box. The Athearn yellow box, the Genesis. it appears that from comments from a friend of mine that I got it from, he read some comments about them, the trucks. These trucks, if you look closely, they're a tad bit wider than your normal trucks. So with them being wide, doing a short radius like a 24, it's gonna dance a little. Uh-oh, did it? It came off. And the funny thing is, it's always the forward and the front and back wheel, for some reason, goes off, but the middle wheel just dances on a swivel. So guys, I swear, it just went off track right then and there. I don't know why. And I wanted to do a perfect run. So I'm gonna bring it back this way and see what happens. Because if it goes off again, I'm back at it. I'll be in here for another 2 or 3 hours trying to fix this damn thing. I'll be in here till it's time for me to go to work. But this is a true prime example of when I say it's not your track, it's not your engine, rail cars or your engine, it's your track work. Flip the script on that. It's definitely the engine and not the track work. So every once in a while, I lost my train. Every once in a while, you will have this situation where it's actually the engine and not the track work. So, guys, yeah. So, this is a quick update on what I've been doing for the past 2 days live on the live stream. I am going to put a tortoise switch in here and go ahead and put the indicator lights and everything for this. And then, as you can see, it comes all the way around and goes in HDJ Technologies, which I did yesterday before I went to work. Since I can't have that depot here because it will conflict with trying to do switching over here, I could have put a crossover in here, but I'm like, oh, hell no. So I just brought it around and just changed this oil depot and just made it a little bit bigger by adding a switch right up here. And now we have the loading and unloading of the oil cars. This is where the petroleum cars will be loaded, and then the oil cars will be unloaded into the tanker trucks. And as you can see, there are tanker trucks sitting here for them to unload the rail cars. I do have another tanker truck. I'm not crazy about putting them all over there because I don't want nothing to happen to them. I got 4 tanker trucks. Thank you, Roy, again for these tanker trucks. You are the best. So, basically, there'll be tanker trucks unloading the rail cars over here, and then we'll have them loading the oil to be sent to the chemical plant, which they will use the oil to break down into different chemicals. So 2 oil cars here, and then an oil car here, and then the petroleum cars are here, and the polyethylene foam resin, or actually not polyethylene, foam activator, sort of like a chemical where you use to make foam, and you got the foam resin, liquid resin here, and then they use an applicator and to expand the foam. If you work at a resin foam plant, then you know what I'm talking about. So, All right, guys. So that's pretty much it on that. Oh shit. So that's pretty much it, guys, on this update. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment about the whole 75 odd. Like I said, these are Atherin Genesis in the yellow box, 75 eyes. Yeah, they are a beauty, but they are a pain in the ass. All right, until then, thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all later in the live feed. And y'all have a wonderful Friday. Bye.